to prevent the nation from descending into further conflict. The statement concludes, and I quote, "In a display of unity, the President and Chad's top leaders prayed for peace, calmness, and coexistence as the South Sudanese unite to rebuild the nation." The police have said calm has returned to Rajab and Rombur police training centers following Wednesday's clashes between South Sudan People's Defense Forces and the Sudan People's Liberation Army in opposition, with no casualties reported. Speaking to iRadio on Wednesday, Major Leith Wilson explained that forces at those two locations in Juba included both national police from the government and SPLA-IO forces. The deputy police spokesperson added that the division among the forces led to a breakdown in order, with the situation intensifying around 6 p.m. on Tuesday when the forces began shooting randomly into the air at the Rajab training center. Major Leith disclosed that following the clashes, SPLA-IO forces abandoned their positions in Rajab and Rombur and sought refuge in the Anmis camp and surrounding areas in Juba. The clashes have raised concerns among residents and authorities alike, with fears of further escalation. However, in a positive update, the spokesperson confirmed there were no casualties resulting from the incident. For his part, SPLA-IO spokesperson Colonel Lampol Gabriel issued a statement claiming that SSPDF forces attacked their positions around 3 p.m. targeting the Rombur Training Center in Juba, which subsequently led to its closure. He further stated the same act of violence occurred again at around 4:00 hours on Wednesday when SSPDF forces also attacked the Rajab Training Center. SSPDF spokesperson General Lurai Kong has not yet responded to this development. The Executive Director of the Community Empowerment for Progress organization has released 5 action points, including cessation of hostilities if South Sudan is to prevent further violence. Edmund Yakani said the recent incidents of armed violence in the country are a clear indication that the country is a sign that there is a silent war going on, although it has not been declared yet. He said the occurrences of armed violence between the SSPDF and SPLA-IO around Juba is threatening the fate of the political transition in the country. This, according to him, also indicates that the leaders have resorted to violence as a means to resolving their political differences. The civil society activist regrets that such action might drag the country into man-made disasters and civil war in future. To end the violence, Edmond recommended 5 action points, including cessation of hostilities, urgent facilitation of dialogue, and the immediate rolling out of security arrangements. Other measures include the stoppage of confrontational language in the media, including hate speech, hostile propaganda, and misinformation, and to allow IGAD to deliver their 43rd Extraordinary Summit on the situation in the country. Yakani also lauded the decision of the first Vice President for lifting the suspension of their non-participation in the security mechanisms of the peace deal. Early March, violent clashes erupted between the SSPDF and armed youth in Nasir, leading to the death of a senior army officer. Aerial bombardment in the same area in Ulang County led to the killing of innocent civilians, including women and children. Other areas include Unliet, cantonment site of the SPLA-IO forces, which came under attack on Monday. This is iRadio Morning News. And now to the international scene. Sudan's military leader, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, has visited the presidential palace in Khartoum after landing at the city's international airport just hours after it was recaptured by the army. Surrounded by cheering soldiers at the venue, a significant symbol of absolute power and sovereignty, Burhan declared the capital free of the paramilitary rapid support forces. He said, "Khartoum is free. It's done." This is believed to be the first time Burhan has set foot in the presidential palace since the start of the war almost 2 years ago. The military-led government was forced to move to Port Sudan on the Red Sea after the RSF seized control of the capital early in the war. Finally, U.S. President Donald Trump has announced new import taxes of 25% on cars and car parts coming into the U.S. in a move that threatens to widen the global trade war. Trump said the latest tariffs would come into effect on 2nd April, with charges on businesses importing vehicles starting the next day. Charges on parts are set to start in May or later. The president claimed the measure would lead to tremendous growth for the car industry, promising it would spur jobs and investment in the U.S. But analysts have said the move is likely to lead to the temporary shutdown of significant car production in the U.S., increased prices, and strained relations with allies. This is iRadio Morning News. And to end this bulletin, here's a recap of the headlines. The United Nations mission in South Sudan has called on all parties to exercise restraint and uphold the revitalized peace agreement following what it says reports of the detention of first Vice President Dr. Riek Machar yesterday. President Salva Kiir has reaffirmed his unwavering commitment to restoring peace and insists he is resolute to ensure the country never returns to war in his meeting with religious leaders on Wednesday. And the Executive Director of the Community Empowerment for Progress organization has released 5 action points, including cessation of hostilities if South Sudan is to prevent further violence. That's the end of iRadio Morning News. If there is a story or an event you'd like iRadio to cover or report about, please send us a text message at +211 925 287 870. It's also a WhatsApp number. Follow us on X at iRadio Juba. Like our Facebook page, iRadio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at iRadio South Sudan. You can also visit our website and listen to us online at www.iRadio.org. Stay tuned for the news in Arabic at 8 o'clock. I am Nasuba Memo. Thanks for listening.